Utah. But that's going to happen. I just want you to know that. I'm just preparing you for this, Skip. Look, at the end of the day, you got to fight. They still haven't found the answer for Donovan Mitchell. That's the problem, because he's outplayed your two top guns head-to-head by himself. He's outplayed both of them. Okay, now we're going to make it superstar for superstar, so now we're going to make it auxiliary guys. You got Batum, you got Marcus Morris, you got Reggie Jackson, you got Rondo, whomever, Luke Kennard, whomever, Zubats, whomever you want to come with. I'll take Bogdanovich. I'll take Joe Ingles. I'll take Royce O'Neal. I'll take Rudy Gobert. I'll take the others, Utah others, over your others. So because if it comes a series like that, I trust them more than I trust your guys. And that's what it comes down to, Skip. They're unflappable. I love Quinn. Skip, they got the zone, and then I see him come out. They pick the two guys. Now, Donovan missed a shot, but he splits the pick, had a great look at a basket, had a great look at a kick. He just missed it. I love the way Quinn Snyder is calling this series. He's doing a great job. And guys are stepping up and making shots. It's one thing. I've seen a lot of guys. I played with a lot of guys, Skip, make one-handed catches in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter. But that last drive when we need to get in field goal range or we need to get a touchdown to tie, all of a sudden they're looking like, John, don't throw me the ball. Throw it to Sharp. Throw it to Ed. Nah, you just made a spectacular catch in the first half. I need that kind of energy. Hey, give me a look. And you see Utah, Skip, even though they had squandered that 21-point lead, had fallen behind by 2, the way they were shooting that ball, they weren't shooting hoping it going in. They were shooting the shot knowing it was going in.
It sure looked like it.
Bogdan was letting that thing go. Yeah. Joe Ingles had that thing high. He shoot that thing left-handed. And guess what? There's a great chance Mike Conley going to come back.
Very good chance. Yeah. I figure he's going to play.
No. We rest that thing. We want that thing 100%. We wanted 100%. As they say down south, Skip, y'all in a heap of trouble. Now, you know what a heap is. Yeah, y'all in a heap of trouble.
Yeah. So there was a play at the end of the game in which Paul George banged into Donovan Mitchell.
He did it on purpose.
And there was a spill taken by one Donovan Mitchell, and it looked like he turned his ankle that's been plaguing him a little bit. He said after the game he's 1,000% okay, no sweat, no problem. It looked like it was a little sweat and a little bit of a problem because he stayed down for a while because he took quite a hard fall. And it sort of came out of nowhere. He got a little blindsided by the collision. And he wasn't ready for it, and he hit the hardwood hard. So we should monitor just exactly how spry he is tomorrow night at Staples. I'm not sure he will have quite the same spring.
Stop hoping that he'll be just fine.
I'm just bringing up what my eye test told me at the end of the game.
My eyes told me you're going to be down 3.
So I'm going to reiterate what I said before this series. I have nothing but respect for Utah because all they did was have the best record in basketball this year. That's all they did.
Yeah.
They were ranked 3rd in offense and 3rd in defense, and that is hard to do. And that is a recipe for a championship season. That's what that is. And they led the league in rebounding. That'll work.
Rudy had 20 last night.
He had 20, although guess who won the backboards?
Y'all won by 1?
By 1. The Clippers won the rebounds by 1. So I take heart and hope in that. But your team, the Utah Jazz, also made more threes, as you well know, than anybody. They took more threes, but they made more threes. And they are supremely confident, as you said. When they stroke it like they mean it. And they seem to swish everything. Now, I saw that from Dallas, too. But this team's a better three-point shooting. Remember, Dallas ranked 18th in three-point shooting. This team made the most.
Skip, but if you look at the way, the only shot, that three-point shot that you could say that was a lucky shot was Jordan Clarkson's bank. All the rest of it was pure. You look at Jordan Clarkson pulling up, Skip, he pulling up bouncing. Like, yeah, that thing good. Bogdanovich in the corner. Yeah, that was good, too. Joe Ingles, yeah, that was really good. Donovan Mitchell, he pulling up in the first half, Skip. Them things, he's shooting the ball. You talk about Luka shooting it high. He's shooting that ball so high, it ain't nothing but net.
Yep. So all that your team has done is hold serve. That's all you've done. You've accomplished nothing more than you won your 2 home games. In your insane asylum, you won twice. Well, these things are 7-game series for a reason because now the visiting team last night gets 2 at home. And I believe that the Clippers are made of the right stuff. And they won't win just tomorrow night. They will win, I think the next one's Monday night. They will win the next two at home and return to Utah 2-all with new momentum.
Do you want cases on that one?
Do you know how these things swing
Do
so
you
wildly?
You will return to Utah down 3-1. Does Skip Bayless have the courage of your conviction?
Sure I do. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Skip, you just, why you?
Is that diet?
That's a diet.
Yeah, good for
why
you.
you ain't turned me on to this earlier?
Well, because you lose it, you never win it. You've never had any.
Oh, boy.
That stuff is,
Yeah.
it'll get you going.
Yo, Spider must have had like 2 or 3 of these.
Yeah.
Y'all in trouble.
Do you remember the little kid in Talladega Nights at the dinner table? I don't know if you saw Talladega Nights.
No.
Maybe you didn't. He was all jacked up on Mountain Dew. That's what's happening to you right now.
What you talking
all
about?
jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Spider Mitchell drinking that old LeBron. That old one LeBron be said. Yeah, that LeBron said.
Rise.
Yeah. Because he giving it to y'all, Skip.
Rise and shine. He is. But he got quiet in the third quarter, and he was fairly quiet in the fourth quarter. And I believe we're starting to figure out how to play Donovan Mitchell.
What, a zone?
We may have to resort to zone, but here's what I love about my coach and my Clippers. They are forged in his image, and he was the architect of your greatest comeback. LeBron, 2016 finals, down 3-1.
But y'all ain't got no LeBron.
Okay. We got 2 equal LeBron. We have 2. We have to add them together. We got Kawhi and Paul George. Paul George was really good last night. Did you see Paul George in the he scored 10 more in the fourth quarter last night.
Oh, yeah, but when the game wasn't even doing nothing.
That's not right.
Hold on. Paul George was 8 of 18. Is that 50%? Kawhi was 8 of 17. Now, so in the playoffs, now LeBron, most points per game just in a 6-0 start to playoff history.
Yep.
Kobe was 34.3, reached the NBA Finals. LeBron 34.2, 2017, reached the NBA Finals. Donovan Mitchell 37.2. We have yet to see. Michael Jordan 37.2, 1993, reached the NBA Finals. Now, you see a reoccurring theme there, Skip? Now, I like LeBron over Kawhi. And I'm damn sure taking Kyrie over Paul George in playoff and pressurized moments. I will do that, and you would also.
Going into this series, everybody was making a case, including our man Chris Broussard, who will join us in a few minutes here, making the case that Kawhi Leonard was making his case to be the best player on the planet, best two-way player.
Skip, he ain't even the best player in this series.
Well, it's 2 games. 2 games.
Has he been the best player in this series?
Heck no.
Okay, then.
Now we change scenery. We go to Staples, and there's not going to be a crazed crowd at
Let me ask
Staples.
you a
There might
question.
be about 6,000 people.
Kevin Durant has shown you, regardless of the series, win, lose, or draw, he's still the best player.
Best player on the planet.
He's the best player in the series.
Yeah.
In his particular series, given series, he's the best player.
Well, this is only 2 games in so far, and let me finish what I was saying about Ty Lue. This team is forged in his image because what I love about Ty Lue is all during the Dallas series, when you wrote them off, I wrote them off, everybody wrote them off several times along that trail, Ty Lue never wavered. You heard not a discouraging word. There was no panic. There was no desperation. He just said, I've always been an underdog my whole life. This doesn't bother me a bit. And it trickled down to Kawhi and Paul George, and you laughed at Paul George saying, there's no desperation here. Well, they pulled it off, right?
So let me ask you a question. Utah or Dallas? Because, see, Skip, that's the same animal but a different beast. You see what I'm saying here? Donovan Mitchell and his squad, that Utah Jazz, that's a different beast than what they saw in Dallas. You know that.
They're better. They're better
I
than
think,
Dallas.
you know what, deep down inside, I think they know that.
Okay, deep down inside is a cold-blooded killer in Kawhi Leonard. That's why he's been Finals MVP twice. That's why he took over games 6 and 7 versus the Dallas Mavericks, and there was no question he was the better player than Luka on that floor for those 2 games. That's what you're about to witness. He is going to rise and shine. Game 3, Game 4 at Staples will belong to Kawhi Leonard, mark my words.
In that situation, Skip, you're going to need auxiliary players.
They got a bunch of them. In fact, Ty's got so many buttons to push, it's like, where do I go? Because all of a sudden, DeMarcus Cousins looks like he should get more minutes than Big Zoo should get.
Hey, but you see what happened. Derek Favors wasn't giving us anything last night. And once he got into the game, they started attacking the rim. They put Big Rudy in there, Big the Stifle Tower, 7 foot 2 inches tall, 3 times